Hello and welcome. I am the Soul Enchantress, and today I'd like to speak with you about being haunted by your old dreams and failures. So, many people, including those who are extremely successful, may or may not be aware of this phenomenon, and that is that you can actually be haunted and be held back by your old dreams and failures and hopes and desires that never actually manifested and that never got to be experienced, and that never, maybe even unrequited goals that you had. And so what happens in the evolution of a soul and in the living of a lifetime and in the running and expanding and building of a business is that there are many hopes, desires, dreams, visions, goals that you consciously become aware of, and more often than not put a lot of energy behind and thought and feeling, and you literally have lived portions of your life thinking about and working on manifesting these types of goals. It's not even types of goals, it's actually your deepest goals and desires and dreams that have gone unfulfilled. What happens is sometimes you may decide that a specific goal or whatever was too hard to get and then moved on, or that you always had it at the back of your mind that it will come to pass someday, or that you had this desire and it doesn't matter anymore because you've moved on from it and circumstances have changed. There are so many nuances to what actually happens to your dreams and desires and hopes, and then life kind of gets you involved and forgetting about these hopes and desires and dreams and goals and that you had. And then on top of this, you also have the energetic frequencies that are part of you that stems from any and all failures that you've had. Now, bear in mind that if you are truly successful in business, and you consider yourself to be a success in your field, in what you do, in your business, in your life, you will and must have had failures. It's just a part of the flip side of the coin of success. So most people kind of forget about this whole realm of your past desires and I don't even want to say past, because the reason I'm even creating this message is because I want to bring to your awareness that these forgotten dreams and desires and hopes are actually very much alive, as well as your failures. So even though you may not have forgotten it, sometimes you may even be haunted by these remnants of packets of energy. So being a powerful cosmic sorceress, seer, shaman, and sound alchemist, I have to actually let you know that everything I look at comes from the perspective of energy and the unseen realms. And therefore, what happens is, even though physically you may have gone, oh, well, I've forgotten about it, or no, I'm definitely not haunted by those dreams. But in reality, in the truth of it, this is a inclusive universe, right? So you cannot actually take anything out. It just is transmuted, and you cannot create anything. Everything exists. So on that premise, your forgotten dreams and hopes and desires are very much alive in your energetic field, and you could actually be haunted by those without consciously realizing it. And this is the point that I'm trying to make. So what happens when you are haunted by these past dreams and failures? I'm going to just use the word dreams and failures, and dreams means, all of the things that I've just mentioned, and more. So when you're haunted by these dreams and failures, and they may not always do the haunting side of it, it may be certain phases and facets of your life, but I'm going to give you like three ways that you can relate to, or you can diagnose that you are being haunted by your dreams and failures. Okay, so number one is that all of a sudden you will start to see reminders of whatever that past dream or what that past failure was. Okay, it'll keep coming into your awareness, in your reality. It could even be in movies, you're seeing this theme play out. You might see it play out in a colleague or a friend's life, or someone that you don't know, but someone you're inspired by, or even are envious of. And all of a sudden that dream, that hope, that failure will come back into your psyche. Okay, so that's one. Another way that you know that you're being haunted by these past dreams and failures is that you may all of a sudden have this sense of loss. Okay, and you don't know why, because you would look around at your life and your business and go, well, I'm doing really well, I'm successful, and I have what I want, and I am now stepping into the next elevation of my success. But you feel like there's a loss, and you can't kind of put your finger on it. You feel like there's a sadness, there is something missing, there is a loss, and that is, as I always say, there's nothing missing, there's nothing that needs fixing, because you are whole and complete always. However, these are sort of masks and blankets that we are putting on top of our soul essence, that you then start to resonate with it, right? So if you're kind of resonating with a sense of loss and you don't know what that is about, or you do know what that is about, and you all of a sudden, when you think about what is this about, and you are reminded of that past dream, of that forgotten dream or failure, then you're being haunted by that. Okay, so that's number two. This is a sense of loss. Number three, the way that you can tell if you're being haunted is by your dreams and failures is you will know without a shadow of a doubt that hope, dream, and failure was part of your journey. It was meant to be. But that failure taught you a lesson and brought you your blessing that allows you to be who you are today. And that dream that you had then, had you pursued it, would never have led you to where you are today. And where you are today is exactly where you need to be. And you become aware of it. So all of these things means that resonance, that frequency, that energy packet of that dream and failure is now coming up in order for you to bring it into your wholeness and include it, okay, energetically. So what you need to do is create some kind of a ceremony and allow yourself either to grieve and then bring it into awareness and bring it in as part of your acceptance. Allow yourself to embrace who you are now, and allow yourself to acknowledge that unresolved, unachieved, unfulfilled dream and the failure that occurred did impact you, but now it no longer needs to do that. Now you can actually look at it in a way that gives you a sense of calm and peace, and it doesn't have that traumatic resonance to it anymore. So in order for you to raise and shift your vibrational frequency away from these old patterns impacting you, you have to open yourself to receive their blessing, and then once you become aware of it, you will notice that it will dissipate. So if you need tools in order to do that, you know where to find them. I always welcome you to buy my book, When Worlds Align, or especially if you step into my Cosmic Sound Temple and Sacred Wisdom Library, you will always find the energetic tools for you in order for you to shift your frequency. I hope that this message blesses you, and I hope that it allows you to understand your dreams and failures that were not fulfilled in a whole new light, and to understand why those things may be impacting you now and maybe holding you back from you being your most authentic and best self. I wish you so much joy, and I am the Soul Enchantress, and you can reach me at soulenchantress.com. Joyous blessings.